For those who came later, this is Indi, my daughter. She co-founded Dibo Bodi with me in COVID. And we're just going to talk about personal branding, but also just about how the young people have their personal branding these days, right? So a lot of Indi's friends have got their personal brands. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Today, I'm kind of going to cover how important it is to have a personal branding. I found that this is probably where I attribute most of the business's success to back in 2020. Just being the face of the business, I think that's one of the most important things. But yeah, I've got a lot of friends in the industry and also myself who you can tell just as soon as you look at the type of person that they are, that they know how to market themselves. Like, everything is marketing in business. You don't only have to market your business, but you really have to market yourself as a person, as a personality. Because like Mum said, people buy from people they know, like, and trust. And I think I said in my video that nobody buys from logos or models or anything like that. At the end of the day, they're going to be buying from you as a person. They want to keep coming back to you as a client and be loyal to you because they like you and they know you and they trust you. And yeah, so that's basically what I'll be covering and why it's so important. But I kind of want to pass it out to you guys, and I'm sure Mum will start off by asking me a few questions so that I'm answering the things that you guys are actually curious about, so I'm not just like going on a monologue about myself.
Indi started her personal brand at a very young age, at 15. So we kind of went through COVID and struggling with school and online learning, all that stuff. So I kind of said to Indi, let's just do some YouTubes and, fashion. She was interested in fashion. I was just trying to find things to, like, entertain my kids and to, keep her motivated and engaged with the life, basically, in lockdown. I said it's a double-edged sword. It's a great experience for Indi. When you're in high school and you're doing all this stuff on social media, especially back then, 5 years ago or something, 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
But at 15, you put yourself out there and then you go to school and you meet the same people. And, they tease you that you're on all the group chats and, of course, like you're cringy. When you go on social media, you're cringy. That's like almost like an entry cost to go on developing a personal brand. You've got to be cringy until you can get used to it. What happened in high school?
So I kind of was introduced or was interested in social media really early on. I think it was actually in year like 7 or 8 I started a YouTube channel, which obviously didn't end well and don't go looking for it. Is all I'm saying.
You know what
just girls who can find it. But yeah, so I kind of started getting passionate about that, and a lot of my passions obviously piggyback off of my mum's as well, because she's just a woman I have looked up to all my life. And when Mum gets passionate about something,
ADHD,
it's just like it consumes her, and she just, the way she talks about it, you can just hear the passion in her voice. So I can't help to get a little bit interested in whatever the phase of the month is too. And so then starting Dibo, we both had the understanding that marketing on social media and putting myself out there and putting the business out there was going to be important. So we got online, and it was kind of fine because this was 2020. None of us had like touched a high school for many months. It was in my own little bubble. Things were going well, the business was succeeding, everything looked great. Then getting back to high school is kind of when I realized that, this is not all going to be fun and games. There's actually people who are watching this on the other end that are real and are judging me, and they're as close as my peers. So I found that a lot of people had kind of turned on me. Like, a lot of my own friends were judging me behind my back and saying, she's putting herself out there a bit too much. This is a little bit weird, especially in those years in 2020 when I was 15. That's when we all have to wear the same thing or you're an outcast, you know what I mean? So it was very interesting to come back to that and realize that was the reality of it. Like, I am cringy, I am getting judged. And it was, a real struggle for me, to the point where I ended up eating lunch most days with my art teacher in the art rooms because that was the only person who I felt wouldn't really criticize me for what I was doing.
Do you think it was tall poppy? I was going to say.
Yeah, I think it was. Like, I don't want to... I hated, especially in that phase of my life, being like, oh, it's just because everybody's jealous of me, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it was, yeah. I mean, it is interesting to be somebody who's a try-hard. At the end of the day, I was being a try-hard. I was trying hard to get somewhere in life. and I'm grateful that I went through that. But, yeah, to the average 15-year-old, you look like a bit of a loser.
I mean, I felt really guilty because we actually had to move schools and everything.
Yeah.
And I was the one that was pushing her to continue because we had this business that was growing. It had so much momentum. So I was pushing a 15-year-old to just keep doing this. And, yeah, I felt really, still do, really guilty about her experience in high school because she, ended up not having any friends and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I kept saying to Indi, this is the way the world's going. This is what marketing's going. The girls who are teaching you right now in 5, 6, 8 years' time will be wishing that they had started this early.
Yeah.
The best form of revenge is served on an invoice.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that. We need to keep that one.
But again, I don't want this whole talk to be just like a TED talk about pity me. I had a bad experience in high school. I still want to reflect on the fact that the business was probably one of the best things that's happened to me, and I've learnt the most I have ever learnt doing BCE, doing hands-on work in the business in lockdown. It was so much more effective than online school.
So what they do teach at school is to conform, to get the grades, to work in the white-collar industry and to work your way up to management. And that's it. They don't teach you entrepreneurship. They don't teach you risk. They don't teach you how to read the room, how to market yourself, how to try things, how to take risks, how to be resilient when you failed. They don't teach you that because a lot of people, my friends, just don't understand me being in front of the camera all the time. I think they get secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah.
More that they don't understand. I see your vision. They don't understand your vision. And they say you can't do it because they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to succeed. They can't see.
So they can't do it.
Yeah, so they're afraid that, they want to protect you from failing almost. But they just don't see the vision. We see the vision.
Yeah. I think it was also just an age when we were all sort of figuring ourselves out, and so was I. Nobody really, who knows what they want to do with their lives at the age of 15, but I was out here trying to, start a career.
Yeah.
And often it does turn itself around. I find, craziest, moment was when a girl came into our old shop in Glen Iris and purchased a corset from me, and she was in one of the groups that, was really bad in the way that they behaved towards me in school. So I was like, oh, that's so weird. Now they're giving me their money. She knew it was me. She gave me a hug. She was like, oh my gosh, Indi, all of this stuff. And, some of those girls as well would reach out for coffee. After we started to get into, the tens of thousands of followers, we started to get, consistent likes and views and everything. When the numbers started to show up, everyone wanted to have lunch with me. And it was oh goodness, where was this behavior before? We've grown up with social media. We haven't really known there to be a adolescent period of time without social media. So our Instagram grids, as shallow as it may sound, reflect us. That is our personality on paper. This is how we want to be perceived. This is how we want to be viewed. And it's honestly kind of been really helpful for some people. I know one of my friends, she has fine-tuned all of her socials and she showcases her personality and exaggerates the parts that she likes, so much so that it's gotten her really, especially when you're doing things like UGC, which is you're getting content from brands and you're getting products and you're trying them out. People want people who have a personality online and everything like that, just because then you become someone who people want to follow, not just a face.
I think on top of that, the young people have realised that they can make money as a personal brand without working very hard. Or not actually, I mean, it's hard work. But, yeah, and, you know, more and more, not just young people, but people my age as well, our age, have got onto UGC. Like, I'm a UGC creator, so is Indi. Just an extra stream of income that you can do anywhere around the world, you know. Like, you get paid quite a lot of money to spend not very much time creating a video. Commercials are not the same. You don't have to be that model or whatever. They want real people. They just want all different kinds of authentic real people. And there's apps online now that you can sign up to, and you can pitch for contracts. For example, I got sent a non-slip bath mat to do a video of. 2 videos, 15 seconds each. I was maybe spent an hour max on the video and got paid $477 just for a couple of videos. It's just normal people. It's called UGC, user-generated content, that businesses will hire to create their commercials and their ads. That's why young people have caught on to that, so they can make money instead of working in Woolworths or whatever. Getting paid $15 an hour, they can get paid $500 for 2 15-second videos. Like, what would you choose?
I think a lot of the ones that I started out by doing that showcased my personality the most was if it's more of a tangible product, I would do like packing ads and like saying this is going out to this person, and then I would show them the process of me doing it. I don't really have to be so much talking to the camera. It's more just like my hands, and I can just be talking as I do it, clipping the little important parts of what I'm saying, and then inch by inch doing more stuff like that will get your personality out there. And then, I mean, it's hard to get comfortable in front of the camera. It took me a year probably. I filmed this video for a job that I was applying for with my partner, who hates the camera. He literally just hates the camera so much. And I was like, look, we're just going to do it. I don't care. It doesn't matter how many takes. We're just doing it, and we're getting it out today, and we're sending it. And then afterwards he said to me, he goes, I'm so grateful that you made me do that, because I'm not scared anymore. Like, it's just like diminished my fear completely. I feel really good, and now I want to start like doing more videos like that with you. And it was that immediate. It's honestly just like one of those things where you kind of just have to bite the bullet and get it done. It helps when you have somebody else as well kind of like encouraging you. I mean, Mum does this. Yeah, and she was saying like before, her superpower is to get people comfortable in front of the camera. And this couldn't be like, this is extremely true. You helped me get comfortable in front of the camera as well. So it definitely helps to sort of have a coach or at least somebody that you're doing it with, and you can kind of be uncomfortable together.
For example, when I was doing the video with the sound bath lady, when I'm holding a camera in front of her, she just couldn't talk. So I just put it to the side. I said, don't ignore it, just talk to me like you would talk. And you know, when you talk about your business, you're passionate about it. You know everything about your business, and you want to talk about it, and that passion comes out, and so when she's talking to me, it just all came out, and it was videoed on the side, so you don't actually have to look at the camera at all. And then we just overlay it with B-rolls, like things that you're doing. You can do things. It's really hard to film yourself doing things too. You need a video of following you around.
I think that conversation thing is also really important. Like, if you have somebody else there, set the camera up and leave it, and then just talk to them. Even now, like this setup or like, this kind of thing, if I was really nervous to talk to all of the women in the room right now, it'd be easier to just focus on Mum and say we were just having a conversation, just the two of us, and then it becomes a whole lot less daunting. It's very similar to that, so I would also utilise that one.
Just pretend we're doing a podcast, and they just talk and I ask questions and stuff, and then it's all in the editing. It's all in the editing. And it's also the hooks. It's like you can't just show up online and just think, it's going to go viral, because it's not. Like, this is so competitive. You have a split second to stop people scrolling. And so you've got to work on your hooks. You've got to work on multiple hooks. There's lots of secrets with producing a video, and we've learned that because we've been on TikTok for a long time, and TikTok is the most fast moving platform
Yeah.
amongst them all. So we have learnt how to stop the scroll.
Yeah. I think you also have to utilize different platforms differently though.
Yes,
As well.
definitely.
And I think like a lot of the businesses here will probably prefer other platforms, you know, than others because I guess in fashion and especially having a young demographic, TikTok is probably going to be the best one. Everybody my age is scrolling for at least an hour a day, most likely. But then something different like nutrition, you might be more interested in doing like Facebook or, EDM formats and stuff like that. So again, that's all about understanding the market as well. But I still think within all of these, you should be using like video content and moving image. I think that's...
I mean, video content is king because all of the platforms are trying to push it out. Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook are all competing with each other on video content because their aim is to keep the user on their platform the longest. So TikTok does not want you to then go to Instagram. They want to keep you scrolling for hours. Videos, it just is better for the algorithm because it's got a lot of measures like other than a still. So with videos, they measure you on how long you've watched the video, like when is your drop off rate, if you watched the video to the end, if you shared the video, if you saved the video, if you've commented on the video. There's all of these measures on video, so that's why video is so important on social media. Definitely do not sleep on videos.
A hook is just what gets people's attention in the first few seconds of the video and make them stop. So that those first few milliseconds, you have to just be doing something intriguing or that makes them ask them a question. A lot of people, this is just an example, you don't have to do this, but a lot of people will intentionally mispronounce a word or misspell a word or something on the text on the screen so that people go, oh, do they know that they've done that? And then go to the comments and then that makes them watch it a little bit more and then listen and then they might be interested by the time that they've done all of that. But there are millions and millions and millions of different ways.
With TikTok, you've got to imagine in real life. So you're standing in front of a really busy street like Burke Street Mall, for example, and you want to get people into your cafe and everyone's really busy and no one has time and at the least they want to talk to a salesperson on the street. So what would you do if you were standing on that floor? How would you stop them? You could be incredibly good looking, which, seriously, the good looking people do a lot of work well on TikTok. Yeah. Or you could be crazy and loud. You could be really, really funny. You can offer value. That's mostly what we will concentrate on. So let's say if you want to get somebody in your cafe, what would you offer them? You maybe offer them buy one, get one free coffee or something like that. Like they actually want to stop and something for them. So you got to think about that everyone on the street is selfish in it for themselves. They don't know you from a bar soap. So they don't care. They don't want to stop for you. What can you give them? What is in it for me? Is their thinking. So
yeah.
So you always address the first sentence with the word you. Right?
Or just by posing a question in the first few seconds, like the first sentence you say is, do you think this is crazy? And then you go on to explain whatever it is that you're doing. And then it makes them have to think about, do I think this is crazy? Like, what do I think, actually?
Or I've got a secret. Yeah. Everyone wants to know a secret. Yeah. Something like that. As you said before, the mistake, like my son, he's doing engineering and he's got this big group chat with all the years. And he said, if you ask a question for your project, or you go up the group chat, you ask a question to get help. Crickets, everyone's really busy, they don't want to help you. But if you go on the group chat and you give a solution to the question and you make it wrong, everyone loves to correct you. Oh my God. Yeah. You get warm with people wanting to correct you because that's the psychology, everyone wants to be right. Yeah. So that's what you mean, if you mispronounce something or you say something wrong, then you get that engagement. You get all. I mean, it's not always the way to go, but especially with medical stuff, you don't want to be wrong.
It's a very far-fetched way of doing hooks. It's called rage bait, which is sort of when you enrage your audience so much so that they want to, interact with your video.
Yeah. I mean, we had a corset once and we bought it because Indi's like, I really like this pattern. It was like this really, really simple green and white flower pattern.
Yeah.
And we had no idea that it was a copy of a designer's pattern. Had no idea. So we made it into this corset and we posted it, and the rage. Like, that's a copy. Have you got licenses for that? Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it was a 5-petal instead of a 4-petal, something really simple that they copied from China, but we just bought the fabric, you know. People were, and we got millions of views on it, and a lot of people said, I don't care, I want to buy it. Like, I don't care, like, where can I buy this from? You know, like, so you get all different.
Did you have to take it down?
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Yeah,
but I think that was like our business's second wave of fame almost, because with the amount of followers that we got from that like little period of time, we posted like 2 videos after the corset and then took everything down really quickly. But so many people were
still asking for it.
Yeah, still asking for it. It was so quick to comment. We had the business owner reach out to us of the design, and she was like so upset with us.
Yeah,
we had no idea.
We had no idea.
Yeah,
like we went for a walk that morning, and we came back from the walk with 10,000 followers more.
Yeah.
My question is, how do you turn all those views and likes into sales?
The most important part of that, like with social media, is to be the first name that people think of when they need your product. Your products you bake, yes? Mm-hmm. If people need baked goods, if you're the person that's on their algorithm the most, who else are they going to go to? They're not going to go and look up like an alternative option. They're going to go, I know because I see it all the time. Yeah. So it's just getting front of mind. I think that's the most important part of social media.
An 80-20 ratio. 80% of the time you shouldn't be selling. You should be educating, informing, entertaining.
Yeah.
And then 20% of the time you're selling. So always try to do the community, don't sell the commodity.
Yeah. With social media especially, I think people aren't scrolling online to be sold to. What they're doing in their time of leisure, they don't want to be like getting ads. You know, it's the worst when you're watching a movie and an ad pops up.
Yeah.
So you have to sell, but be a secret salesman. You don't want to be presenting your call to action so in everyone's face, because then it doesn't become a secret anymore. It's like very clear that you're trying to sell them a product and that's the goal. If you fine-tune your audience enough, then the people viewing your content and viewing your EDMs or your campaigns or whatever it may be will be interested enough to go looking for it. Social media is just getting those people to see it, getting it in front of people's faces, and then your buyers and your clients, the people who will come to you, are going to actually do the work to go and search for your stuff.
Have you seen Simon Sied? Is that his name? Simon Sied's video? Like he talks about Apple. Yeah, it's a famous video, but he talks about why people buy Apple, and it's not what you do, it's not how you do it, it's why you do it. People buy what you believe in. People do not buy what you do. So let's say you believe in creating a network of women to support each other. So you're selling why you believe that is strong and necessary, why you do it, what your passion is, and you show the lifestyle of women supporting women and how we can grow together and be really strong and support each other rather than tear each other down, because that's most what a lot of women do, you know, like that whole competitiveness and that. You talk about what you believe in. People believe in what you believe in. So then they will then follow you. AI should be something that it helps you do something, not something that replaces you.
No.
And even with, like, say, a photographer, there's so much AI stuff that you could do to enhance it, but it shouldn't replace the photographer. It should help enhance the work of a photographer, videographer, a writer. It shouldn't be replacing.
It's a good tool.
It's supposed to make our life easier, not replace us.
It's such a useful tool, and I always see on my algorithm, just because I was quite interested in it, they have like these like wheel diagrams of the different AI platforms and what they're used for. Like there's like 4 platforms that are perfect for just marketing, and then others that are perfect for doing your copies and stuff like that, and journalism and everything. So I think it's like something to really look into and to utilize in your business. People are so scared of it, but it's the new thing. It's going to become everything. So I think that's what we have to do.
Yeah.
Getting back to EDMs, like email marketing, the reason why it's important is because you own that. That's the only thing that you own.
Yeah.
Because we got hacked on Facebook, and our account got closed down for a couple of weeks. Couldn't do any ads and anything like that. If that was all we relied on, then we would have nothing. And then on TikTok, we also got shadow banned. When we swapped our account from a personal account to a business account, they decided that they won't show anything anymore, and we had to pay for it. So that we just we flatlined. So you don't want to put all your trust into Facebook, TikTok.
The question before was, how often do you advertise?
Depends on what your business is.
So
How often do you post? How often do you post?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I think it kind of varies on how big you are. When you're little, I guess, you want to be posting more because that's when you're just getting out there. Quantity is king. You want to get as many videos out there as all a numbers game to then attract the right people, to fine-tune your algorithm, your audiences. By the time you're in, I don't know, what would you say?
So it depends on the platform as well. Like
Yeah,
TikTok,
I mean, I'm kind of talking more TikTok. I mean, talking generally as well. Then when you kind of established your audience is when you can start doing twice a day, once a day, maybe a little bit less than that. But I'd probably recommend your plateau, like consistency would be at least once a day.
I think if you're on TikTok, as many times as you can, try the same video with a different hook.
Repeat.
We repeat heaps, like just testing, A/B testing all the time on TikTok, because that's top of funnel. No one cares.
Yeah.
On Instagram, if you do that, you'll lose followers. So you kind of try to post maybe twice a day if it's really interesting, something different. But on your stories, just flood your stories.
That's what I was going to ask. You recommend posts, reels, or stories more?
Pardon?
Posts, reels, or stories?
Like
Stories.
Stories is your here's what I'm doing right now kind of thing. Reels is your fine-tuned, edited final product video. Whereas I could snap a story right now and be like, this is us, whatever. And then this video on all these photos that we're getting will be my how I want to present myself, how I want to be perceived kind of thing. But this also carries out through platforms as well, like what Mum's saying through TikTok. TikTok is like all those memes that are like Instagram versus reality. Instagram is your Instagram and TikTok is your reality. So you're a bit more raw, you're a bit more of a person on that platform. Whereas on Instagram, that's your brand. Like this is
Your second website.
Yeah.
Do you guys content batch to make it manageable?
Yeah.
We did.
We do say like every day, it's like a lot, right?
Oh, we don't do it.
Yeah.
We have content day, especially with batch business. We get a whole lot of content creators in, and we batch it all for months worth of content. And when I work with my clients, we do that too. We'll just 2 hours and create maybe 2 or 3 weeks, depending on what they help us to get through. Just batch of content. Otherwise, it's not sustainable. You got work. You're not a content creator. Your business is not content creating.
Yeah.
I want to give our brand a little bit more personality. As I said before, I think like my brand, especially Dibo, has grown with us, and it still kind of reflects 15-year-old me a little bit. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting in there and making it more of a reflection of me in my 20s and something that I'm going to be proud of as I mature and become a grown woman.